we're talking about los adjetivos. So that's the first thing you're writing on your cuaderno. Los adjetivos. ¿Y qué es los adjetivos? ¿O qué son los adjetivos? ¿Qué son? ¿Sí? Adjectives. All right. Looks like what it is, right? Okay, los adjetivos. All right, when we talked about this a little bit yesterday, we just kind of introduced the theme, the tema. What were some of the words that we were looking at? Some of them, Felipe?
Ugly.
Ugly. Okay, so write it down. Ugly is feo. Feo. I'm a little concerned about you writing that or wanting to know that right off the bat. You're like, ugly.
Well,
That's all right. All right, ugly, feo.
thank you.
And then over here, we're going to put los opuestos. What do you think los opuestos are going to be?
Now.
I'll give you a hint.
Opposite.
The opuesto of feo is bonito.
Opposites.
Okay? So bonito. Bonito or bonita. And also guapo. Guapo is another way to say like good looking or handsome. All right, so bonito is more pretty. I'll go ahead and write that in. And guapo is more good looking. All right? Because most guys aren't going to appreciate if you call them pretty, right? Oh, you're so pretty, girl. Oh, boy. All right. Although there are some pretty boys out there. All right. My nephew is one of them. My nephew's adorable. He's this big and very pretty. All right. So you could say bonito for him, but bonita is usually what you're going to say because girls are bonita. Guapo, on the other hand, Carlos, if you're like, yeah, I'm feeling guapo today. I feel look good. Okay? You could use that for a guy or a girl feeling guapa. She's got her cute dress on. She's feeling good. Okay, so guapo, guapa, bonito, bonita. What are some other adjetivos? Okay, Felipe, I'm a little concerned about you right now. Pepe.
Fat.
Fat.
Come on,
Okay.
that was good.
We're going to get to that
Gordo.
one mañana. Okay. Tall. Tall. Let's put tall down.
Oh, I know that one.
Alto or alta? Tall.
Alto.
Okay? So alto or alta would be tall. What about if you're not alto or alta, what would you be?
Short.
A shoe? Bajo. Bajo or baja?
That was funny.
Short.
You got him good.
Hey, I can't talk. I'm a little baja. Okay, so bajo or baja? Okay, what are some other ones?
Like really big necks.
Yeah, really big necks. We're not gonna get into that. Yeah, thick-necked doesn't go on our list for today. Okay, Pedro, any other ideas?
It's different from tall. Skinny.
Okay, skinny's gonna be tomorrow. We're going super basic, super basic. Okay, maybe I'll just tell you what's on her list. Comical or funny, someone who's funny. Okay, comico is what you're gonna have for that one. Comico. Oh, like a comica. All right, the other way you can say comico is gracioso. Gracioso or graciosa. Comico or comica, gracioso and graciosa. And if you're not funny, a lot of times you're more serious. All right? Which
Where you
is
tell jokes and
serio. Serio. All right? So write that one down.
Yeah, what if you try to be funny but you're not funny?
Yeah, that's something different.
Boring.
Shout out to Ian. Oops.
Hey, let's not call out people, Elena.
Okay, serio or seria is serious. Serio or seria. Okay. We've got a few more.
Nice, kind, loving, caring.
Oh, okay. What about, Ashu, do you have a real one?
No, I don't. I'm asking.
Henry, I can hear you.
We
can all hear you.
I'm glad you asked. Okay. The pregunta, again. Why do we have to have an O/A every time? Victor?
Feminine and masculine.
Okay. Which one's femenina? Okay. Which one's masculino?
Oh.
Okay. And so if you're talking about a girl, which one are you going to use? Okay, so seria, okay, with the A. If you're talking about a boy being pretty, what are you going to say? Bonito, okay? So, buena pregunta. Glad you asked that, Alberto. All right, next one we're going to talk about is if someone is nice, they are simpática. Simpática. So it's like sympathetic. Simpática is nice. Simpática or simpático is nice. And yes, sympathetic, that's a form of being nice. So say Lola, she lost her perro and she's really sad, and I'm like, oh Lola, are you okay? I mean, I heard about your perro, and she's like, yeah, thanks. I'm being sympathetic. I'm being nice. Simpático. Okay, Alberto.
Is a perro a dog?
Un perro es un dog. Yes. Okay, the opposite, lo opuesto, el opuesto is mean. Okay.
Unkind.
Antipático. Antipático is how you say that. Antipático.
What did you just say?
That's not nice. So that anti or anti in Espanol, that tells you right away it's going to be the opposite of what we just talked about. Okay?
Like not.
Okay, also talking about like nice and mean, we've got these two words that you guys already know, but we're going to go ahead and put them on our list. We've got the word good. How do you say good?
Bien.
Bien means well. Remember, how are you doing? I'm doing very well. Bueno. Bueno is good. So bueno goes on our list. Bueno or buena.
And is bad.
You're just dying to tell us, aren't you, Carlos? Okay, mal, but what we're going to do is add an O or an A on the end, okay? Malo or mala.
Oh, mala.
Malo or mala is bad. All right? All right.
Oh, me.
Finding Dory.
Yes. Not.
Next, we learned a word just very briefly yesterday, how to say young, like the young people. I don't think you'll probably remember it. Anyone remember Joven? Joven? Joven means young. So that's going to be the only one on our list that doesn't end in an O or an A. So it's just Joven. Joven means young. Okay? Joven, young. And then on the flip side of that, we have old, which is viejo. Viejo or vieja. Viejo or vieja. Okay? So joven, young, viejo, vieja, old. And now we're going to talk about our hair. All right? Our hair.
Ugly.
All right? Some ugly? Feo? My pillow is feo? Okay.
Dry.
If you have dark hair, and this does not have to be just black or just brown, it's just dark hair, you would be considered moreno. Moreno is brunette, but it's dark hair. So go ahead and put that down. Moreno or morena is, I'll say brunette, but it's not just like, we think of brunette as being just brown. It goes beyond that to being dark hair also.
Okay.
Right? Dark hair. And then on the flip side of that, we have light hair, which is rubio. Rubio or rubia. Rubio or rubia. And that's blonde. Officially it's blonde, but it basically means light hair. And I'll say that, for instance, when I lived in Spain, my hair was a little bit lighter than it is now. It was definitely brown. It was not blonde, but they still called me rubia, just because it was lighter than most people with morena hair, okay? Like dark brown hair. Does that make sense? Okay. Pedro?
Going back a little bit, would it be rude to walk up to somebody and call them old?
Yes.
Did you just say that?
Different
Dude, that ain't even a question.
Yeah. No, actually that's not a bad,
Michael, you're old.
that's not a bad question, but I'd say in any culture, I don't know this for sure, but just about any culture to just come up and call someone old.
Mine
Not a
was
good
old.
idea. All right. Okay, and then what about people like Pedro that have red hair, right? Pelirrojo. Pelirrojo is what those are called, and it's not going to go on either side, so I'm just going to make a little asterisk here. Pelirrojo is redheaded or red hair.
Red hair.
It does say red in the word.
You're special.
All right, rojo means red. So what you're literally saying in pelo is hair. So you're literally saying hair that's red, redheaded. Okay, so any preguntas about los adjetivos? Sí,
Am I moreno?
sí, tú eres moreno, moreno, sí. Okay, now we're gonna actually add a few more words that are gonna be muy importante. As we're talking about people, we need to know how to say who. And how you do that is quién, quién. So let's write that one up here, quién. And remember it's a question word, so we're gonna use our question marks, upside down, regular. Quién is who. So make sure that's on your cuaderno.
It's just like
So quién. The next one, un momento. The next one is donde.
Where?
That means where. Muy bien. Donde is where. And then we're actually going to do a series of dondes. The next one is from where. And you guys know that word. What's that word that's
Stop.
of or from? That little word that means of or from. De. Okay? De donde. De donde means from where. And that's going to be importante as we're talking about where people are from. Like the Puerto Ricanos from Puerto Rico, you just say, ¿De dónde es Roberto? Oh, Roberto es de Puerto Rico. You see how that works? You would say, from where is so-and-so, and they're from this place. All right, and then the third in the donde series is that tiny little word that means at or to. Do you guys remember that one? See? Ah. Mm-hmm. And donde is actually pushed together, one word that looks like this. A donde. Okay? And that's to where. Okay? This is going to be super importante whenever you're talking about to where are you going? A donde vas?
Taxi cab.
All right? So that's part of our donde series, which is just these trays. Okay, a couple other things put on this list. We're going to need some nouns. Got to have some things to work with in order to form our frases, our sentences. So I want you guys to know what students are. What was that one? Estudiantes is one way to do it, okay? So,
I know there's another word, but just.
estudiante, and you could say el or la. And then you remember the other one, Catalina? Alumnos, okay? El or la alumno. So, same thing. El alumno or la alumna. Muy bien. So make sure you got el or la estudiante, el or la alumno or alumna. Now, if you're talking about estudiantes and alumnos, you probably need to know about your profesores, right?
Teacher.
So what do you think a profesor is?
Teacher.
Yes. Okay, so it's either profesor if it's a guy, or a profesora if it's a girl. And there's one other way to say it that we're going to talk about, which is maestro or maestra. Maestro or maestra. So those are the ways to say student and teacher. Student and teacher. All right, I've got one more that I want to put on here. One more. We already know how to say boy or girl. How do you say that? Remember, Alberto?
Muchacha and muchacho.
Muchacha and muchacho, okay? So we don't need to put that on. There's another way to say boy or girl. Beatrice, do you know? Okay, niño, and that's a good one, but we're not going to use that one on our list yet. I like it, but there's one other that we're going to put on our list for today. Do you know?
Is it he-ho, he-ha?
That's son or daughter. Okay, el chico or chica. Okay, chico or chica. Boy or okay. Boy or girl. And then I wanted to point out that this word, not only is it special, joven, it's special because it doesn't end in an O or A, but it's also special because it can be a noun too. So how would I use that in a sentence if it were a noun and not an adjective? In English. In English. How would I use joven in a sentence? The young person.
The young.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Like you can say, the young person went to the store, okay? It's not necessarily describing them, it's like that's who they are. They're a youth. Have you guys heard the word youth? Like the youths went to the store, the youths. So in that case, it's not an adjective, it's a noun. It just turned into English class, didn't it? Okay, all right, so that's all we need in our cuadernos. We're finished for today, gracias.